How you doing? This is Melvin Brown. Welcome back to the Melvin Brown Experience. Today is not going to be a story time, but today is going to be a topic. In this topic, we're going to talk about protection rituals. Now, being in spirituality and being a practitioner, I think the most important thing that you need besides concocting, summoning, doing all types of stuff is protection. Protection is like water. Protection is oxygen, the air you breathe, so you can sustain life on Earth. Now, in the 3D world, we can see things and walk away or diffuse the problem before it even gets worse. That's our instance of protecting ourselves. But in spirituality, with witchcraft, it's a different ball game. A protection ritual is literally your eyes and ears. They see stuff before you see it. Now, let me give you an example. When you get spiritual protection work done, don't think things ain't gonna shift, because I guarantee you 100% shit is going to shift. If you somebody that had childhood friends and y'all still together and you know this person would never ever do anything fucked up to you, then all of a sudden you go to a spiritual worker. The spiritual worker wound up doing spiritual protection. You don't know what the hell is going on. The next thing you know, your friends don't want nothing to do with you. And you're getting upset at the spiritual worker because you feel like it's a backfire. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's not a backfire. That was a protection ritual done. Whatever your friends had some type of motives towards you, they distance themselves towards you. And with protection rituals, the best thing you got to do is not walk to the fire. You already been warned once. If you keep on trying to hang out with them, your protection is not going to protect you. Instead of you getting blessed by the protection, you going to get taught a hard lesson. Now, the best thing might happen with that protection, if you go against the grain, you'll be alive, but you're going to see some traumatizing shit. Let me continue. Now, look, we live in a world that people have occupations that put us in danger. Some people are firefighters, lawyers, teachers, you name it. And what is the most common thing that people have to go through? We are unintentionally going to piss people the fuck off. And sometimes the people that we pissed off is not going to be the one that's going to try to want to shoot you, fight you, stab you. Some of these people might hire spiritual workers to deal with you. And all hell break loose. You having problems at your job. Your love life all of a sudden start going haywire. You're losing finances on top of finances. Investments that you invested in, you're losing profit off it. You're not gaining no type of profit from it. All of a sudden, you start developing undiagnosed type of symptoms. That means if you go to the doctors don't know what's going on. You talking about you feel like you got the stomach virus, the doctor saying your blood work is good. You getting CAT scans, EKGs, colonoscopies, you name it. Nothing is wrong with you. Then all of a sudden, your weight start fucking with you, losing unnecessary amounts of weight, and then your whole life is down the drain. Spiritual protection can protect you from upcoming situations that's about to occur that you have no idea what is about to happen. Let me give you an example. So this is a true story. When I normally talk about protection rituals, I normally talk about it on the phone. So this is the first time in my career I'm actually coming out on YouTube and telling y'all these certain experiences with protection rituals. So I remember a few years ago, a good female friend called me and say, hey, Melvin, I need some protection. I said, why do you need some protection? She said, I don't know. Something don't feel right. And I asked her questions like, yo, have you ever got spiritual work done before? She said, no, but something just don't feel right. I said, all right, you know what? Pay attention to your intuition. All right, cool. Let me do a reading on you and see what's going on. Believe it or not, something wasn't right. Something really did fuck with her. And basically, she got a mouth on her. And she wasn't talking shit, but she was defending herself. The person didn't like what the fuck she said, so let's just say they conjure up some shit that could have been some real shit going on. So when I did the protection ritual for her, what wound up happening was she was going to the store, minding her business. And mind you, this is in LA. So, one dude trying to crack on her and everything. She's like, boy, stop playing. So all of a sudden, she goes to the store, comes back. The same dude that was trying to crack on her start running and charging after her. Then all of a sudden, he start blasting at her car. And when weird shit like that happens, more than likely, if she wasn't protected, something more detrimental could have happened to her. But her story is not over yet. So let's continue. So all of a sudden, things is going back normal in her life. She got a new job. Everything's looking good. So one day, she wanted to go to a 5-star restaurant with her and her best friend. So she wound up getting dressed 2 hours before he came to pick her up so they could celebrate and, live life and have fun. But she wound up passing out, like going to sleep for about 5 hours. All she knew is she woke up. All these text messages and everything. And she even looked at her door cam. He was sitting there telling her like, yo, come out, what the fuck is going on? He's like, all right, fuck it. All right, I don't know, you probably sleep or something. Love you. Talk to you later. For 3 weeks, this man went missing. His family put a police report. When you're an adult and you're a minority, the cops not going to take it serious. And let's just say a few weeks later, they found the friend decomposing. I'm not going to describe the scene, but he was decomposing. This shit was big. This shit hit the news. This shit hit the shade room. This shit hit social media, on top of social media. And I remember my client called me like, Melvin, what happened? I don't know what's going on. I remember you told me something crazy like this was going to happen, but I didn't see this coming. So look, when you're protected, I think you need to protect the people that you love. That's your brother, your sister, anybody you close to. Because that energy won't be able to touch y'all, but it's going to touch somebody close enough. And it's going to hit home. Trust me. That's why when I ask people for these protection rituals, I always ask them, who else do you want to protect? Because you never know what's about to happen. Now, the reason I never came out with these type of protection rituals on social media, because it's some horrifying shit. And thank God for a good female friend. And me and her was typing it in, writing the script up and trying to figure out what can we talk about, what can we not talk about. Because protection spells, that shit is, be honest with you, very hot for TV. Now, one thing about protection, if you don't start the shit, you're protected. If you start the shit, you're not going to be protected. So if you're spiritually protected and let's just say you're a drug dealer and you keep doing wild shit to cause chaos in the neighborhood, your protection is not going to save you. More than likely, what's going to happen is your protection going to do everything to keep you alive, but you might get arrested and they might throw the book at you. Let me give you another example. Now, this happened probably around the year 2020, I'm going to say around November 2022. So I remember a female friend, she was a client, and she was like, yo, Melvin, I need you to protect my boyfriend and everything. He in the streets, he in this shit deep. He need protection. And I said, all right, cool. What does he get involved with? Let's just say it's some deep shit. I'm not talking about it. So I remember I talked to him on the phone. I said, bro, I'm going to protect you, though, but in your line of work, some shit can go down. He said, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to tell him the 411 what can go down with his type of lifestyle. He didn't give a fuck. He just wanted it. I said, you know what? Fuck it. So his protection protected him in a weird-ass way. So let's just say about 4 months later, he just minding his business. He's trying to stay low. The cops pulled him over, set some bullshit charges. Next thing you know, it was a violation to his probation and everything. The man had to do about a year and a half in jail. My client calls me crying hysterically. Melvin, he was protected. Why is he locked up? Why is he locked up? And I'm sitting there like, yeah, he's protected, but I don't know why he's locked up. But more than likely, if he's locked up, something crazy about to happen. They didn't want to hear it. So all of a sudden, I got put on three-way. We over there arguing. Like, I'm over there. I can't argue because the phone call recorded. So I'm like, yo, you know what? All right, cool. I had to keep my composure. But when he got off that three-way, I cussed her the fuck out and like, yo, what you need to do is sit your ass down and work on something else. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing and how my shit work. If he's protected, he's protected. If he's locked up, more than likely, he's fucking locked up for a reason. She didn't want to hear it. So for about 3 months, I ain't hear from her because, it was a heated argument. All of a sudden, I get a phone call. It was the female target. And she put me on three-way. And they both apologized, like, yo, Melvin, I'm sorry. Look, you understand, I just want to be with my family and everything, but I understand, like, this is some weird shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. What's the weird shit? Now, remember I said he got locked up out of nowhere. That same day, he was going to make a deal. But that deal didn't go properly how it's supposed to go. So his friends wind up fucking him over in the long run, trying to become the plug. What wound up happening, shit went wrong, and the same friends he was hanging out with got slaughtered. He's the only one still standing. And he just wanted to thank me. And let's just say he learned his lesson, got out of jail, turned his life around. Shit happens. Protection rituals. When the protection rituals really work, this shit is no fucking game. You can't get pissed off because things in your life detach yourself that you once was used to for a reason. Something is about to go down. So I want to tell y'all another story. Because I can go by examples and shit I experienced when I did my protection rituals for clients. So I remember about 2 years ago, a client called me. Real cool. And she's like, yo, I got my cousin. He needs some help. So, we talking and everything. And the cousin, I can feel his energy. He's like a good man, but he been fucked over so many times. And one more thing, he's going to fucking explode. So me and him talking and everything, he was talking about he want this, he want that. I said, bro, something in my head telling me like, yo, you gotta get protection. Something ain't right. He wound up getting a protection ritual, paid for it and everything. Calling me, telling me about the dreams that he had. And I'm like, yo, you having these dreams? More than likely, I was 100% right. So what wound up happening was he had a girlfriend. The girlfriend was pregnant with his child. And what wound up happening was the girlfriend was acting out of line. Like, she was always acting out of line, cheating on him, belittling him as a man and everything, but nothing major to put his life in jeopardy. So his baby mom wound up conceiving a beautiful baby girl. He's happy. He's a father for the first time, and the man's only 49 years old. What wound up happening is his baby mama started having some weird ass health crisis. She started to develop heart disease. He calls me. Yo, Melvin, I'm at the hospital right now. I'm at ICU right now. My baby mama in the hospital. I said, what you mean she in the hospital? He's like, yo, she in the hospital right now. She got congestive heart failure and everything. This shit is strange. I'm like, all right, bro. Whatever's going down is going down. So what wound up happening was 6 months down the line, he posted something on IG, and he was like, I like this shit. And I'm like, oh, they back together. What a cute couple. So he calls me the next day, and he was like, yo, Melvin, I got something to tell you. I said, what's up? He was like, yo, my baby mama died. And I'm just sitting there like, wow, that's crazy. How she died? She had a congestive heart failure, complications and everything. I said, wow, this is crazy. Mind you, the woman is only in her like early 40s. So that was kind of strange. So me and him talking and everything, and he was like, I'm protected, right? So why did she have to go? Like, was there some type of such and such going on? I said, no. This is what I want you to do, bro. Because I had to talk to him real calm, because this is like a really emotional time for him. So I'm like, look, this is what I want you to do. If that happened to your baby mama, bro, I want you to do some research. See if your name's associated with anything. A week later, he calls me. Find out his name was in a health insurance policy for about $850,000. And the shit was already in motion since last year. So this was some premeditated shit that was about to happen to him. And I had to tell him, your ancestors love you, and your ancestors knew what time it was. They gave her the fucking warning with their heart failure, but since she kept trying to execute something, they had to take her away. And me and him talked about it, and I said, bro, look, at the end of the day, you got a beautiful girl in this life. At the end of the day, that woman was gonna kill you. That's how I'm gonna say it. That woman was gonna kill you. Regardless of whether you like it or not, she was gonna kill you. Your ancestors caught that and intercept that shit. So we still talk to this day though, but you know, as a spiritual worker, when you do spiritual protection, like, this shit can happen. Shit can get light, shit can get sticky, and shit can be mad heavy. Now, when my clients let me get spiritual protection, they thinking everything is sweet. But when they start seeing shit happen around them, they start to realize shit is 100% real. I'm not going to get in deeper surface with this type of topic and everything. What I can tell you is, this is no joke. You're going to realize the difference between playing around with shit and really start to see some real shit. Because I always tell people, like when people give me consultations and everything, like, yo, Melvin, I want you, teach me how to throw something at somebody. I'm like, bro, I'm not teaching you how to throw shit. Not because I don't want to teach you. Bro, you could throw something at somebody, but you don't know what's protecting them. Their ancestor could have been a ruthless cartel lord. They could have been a ruthless serial killer. You don't know about it. But if the ancestors catch on to it, everything you're trying to throw is going to go back to you. Everything you're trying to put out is going to go back to you. And there's nobody to scream and cry to but yourself, because you did it to yourself. And all you had to do, come in there with better intentions. Protection spells is a great example of fucking around and finding out. Protection rituals, I've seen the most craziest shit that my jaw literally dropped like, yo, this is some crazy shit. So, you know, when you're an upcoming practitioner and you trying to do certain things and everything, just always think outside the box, protect yourself, and before you even try to attack somebody, think about it. If that person isn't protected, is it worth the chaos that's about to come to your life? This is Melvin Brown. This is the Melvin Brown Experience. I hope you enjoy this video. Hit the like button, leave a comment, email me, subscribe. I'm out.